Hello, welcome back to Otter Pop Culture. Today we're going over the LA-based singer called Gavin Turek and her first official debut album called Madam Gold. So I am a huge fan of her. I think that she is beautiful. I think she has a great voice. I think that she has I don't know who's behind her production, if it's just her, but whatever's happening, it's hitting all the right notes. And I came across her when she released the song My Delight, which was off of her 2017 EP called Good Look for You. Love the song. I felt like it was very kind of retro-y, but also for some reason it just was super catchy. And so I got into that, but I think was officially sold. Like, I already like the other songs too, but it's something about Elevator that came out in 2018 that really pulled me in. And I think it has to do with I'm a huge fan of the whole kind of thing. And so the fact that she had that, but it kind of reminded me, I think the last time I ever had that there's a certain sound of drum that reminds me of Bjork and John, their song, it's a whistle song. God, I can't think of what it's called. Anyway, I'll put a little thing under this. But anyway, it reminds me of that song. It has that weird kind of like distorted kind of drumming part, and so I feel like she does that in this song, and it took me completely away. And I was like, I love the song, I love the atmosphere, I want it all. Then she came out with 2 a.m. and that was the only one. I was like, okay, I'm completely sold. I need to watch her every move. So I did. So now here she is with her album, and oh my god, she released a couple of like music videos with it, and there's a full-on music video / film with it. It's a really good thing. So, first of all, I love this album. This album's really good. I think that I love the fact that it's organized too, so there's different parts of categories. So you start with one of 5 songs first, and the first song is an intro or overture, which is called Crash Landing. And then it goes into Elevator, and you get Elevator, 2 a.m., and So What, and Pressure, where it kind of touches on kind of being in a beautiful kind of relationship and really love what's going on and you just really want to be with this person, or you're having a good time. It's like it's a mixture between giving, actually what I think it's giving us pieces of what's to come with this album. Now that I think about it, I think that's exactly what's going on. Okay, so it goes Elevator, where she's having feelings for this person. She's like, she says like, you don't have to touch me because I feel so much. And then it goes into 2 a.m. where it's more kind of vibey, much partying, going out. And I love that song. And then it goes into So What, which is another song I really like. Give you that kind of Prince production. And it pretty much talks about the idea of being in love with this person, but the idea that this love could be temporary, so just shouldn't want him to run out on her. And she says, I had some worries, but you crushed it from the start. But it's still kind of mixtures between So What. It's the So What between he could be toxic, he could be an issue, or it could be a delusion, but whatever. I don't care. I like it. I like what's going on right now, and so I think she's choosing to be more present with it, more than actually taking into account of what actually the relationship is. Then you go into Pressure, which is by the way, I love her lower register and her vocals, so good. This one I feel like is about feeling a pressure of something going on in this relationship, mixed with, I think she also talks about like universal stuff too. So it gives you a hint. Okay, these 4 songs, just a little hint of what the topics are going to talk about. So of course, you go into Circulate the Goods, which is an interlude. That sounds so good. To the point I want it to be a full-on song, but at the same time I don't. Like, I kind of like the idea that it's cut short, and it's just like, okay, you got a little taste. Like, it's a mixture between I want it and I don't. I want it to be long, but I also love the fact that it's short because it gives you that. I love that aching for more with it. I think it adds more color to the direction. Then you go into Slide, which is featuring Black Party. Black Party comes in and out comes right after this one with Whisper. 2 songs I really, really like. Slide pretty much is talking about the uh, oh, it's pretty much talking about the idea of life being just going by, and you're kind of sitting by, and just life is sliding away, and you're just like, I need to do something about this. And so she says, missing part of your soul, lost it just to cope. Baby, don't need validations to go after what you're chasing. Um, and it's kind of like a weird kind of space of just like, be you, but also don't stop. If you feel like you're not in this good place, then start moving, because life just gonna keep going and sliding by. It's gonna feel like that until you kind of do. One thing I do like about the bridge, when you have Black Party that comes in, and he has this kind of thing, is just like, the people on the left want to party hard and everything, do it. If that's what you want to do it. If people on the right want to feel chill and just want to kind of relax, and do that too. Whatever the vibe you are, feel it, do it, you know? Whisper, featuring Black Party again, is more of a reggae kind of a production, which is, I love that there's so much diversity in this album. With production. So this one kind of talks about the idea of her following her dreams, kind of spinning off from Slide, following her dreams. And she says, my biggest accomplishment is sticking with my dreams since I was 7 years old. And this song takes its time. It's complete reggae, because it's that slow, just like, you don't know when the song's gonna end, but it's not about the song ending. It's not about where you're gonna get to. It's all about taking it and just letting it ride throughout the whole song and just kind of feeling the vibe. It's a complete vibe. Illusions. Oh my god, I love the music video when she's painted all gold and she's like alien-y, but she's like really into this guy. Oh, I loved it. And the song is beautiful. It's also another vibe. And I feel like we're getting to where I feel like we started with Slide and Whisper. Now we're into Illusions and Thank You, which is kind of touching on the So What direction and pressure. So this is really good. I gotta really dissect this. So now we're in a space where we're talking about relationships again. So Illusions is pretty much just, she's really in love with this person. She really loves this vibe and everything that this energy that this guy brings. But she also knows that it could be illusion, since her friends are just like, my friends are telling me all these things, are just like, it's not good, you know, but she's like, I hope these illusions never change. If it is an illusion, or if it's all illusion, stay the same. But there's a piece of it where she knows that he's gonna leave her in some way, because she says, if he only knew better, he'd love me forever. So it seems like a weird space where she knows that it's going down a hill, but she wants to take in as much as she can from it before it goes, kind of thing. Thank You is an interesting song, kind of goes further into where it says, we're now after the relationship, I guess, because it's talking about the idea of, she's like, you were never good for me, and I was never good for you, but I love you and I still do. And she says, thank you for the days that you were around, and thank you for leaving now. It's a weird space of being completely grateful for all of it, even like for being in a relationship with him, but also glad that he left too, because it's I don't know, it seems a very grateful thing, because she also points out how she's like, I know you did your best, and also I'm happy without you, kind of thing, or I'm feeling good without you, kind of thing. And it's a good mixture between the relationship was good, it did go sour, but it ended, which is good for both of them. So now they're both kind of going their own thing, and now she's feeling much better too, and she's hoping that he feels the same too. Now we're going to the interlude of Sad Ice Cream, where she still kind of pushes on that direction of, Thank You, which is like, I hope you find what you're looking for, I hope I find what I'm looking for. And then it goes into Hero. So Hero kind of touches on both of two things. One, about being a space where she knows that she is in a standstill. Maybe it could be a relationship, or it could be in a societal direction. And she definitely points it out. The first verse is about the relationship. The second verse is about social society kind of direction of society kind of pushing you to stay still, but at the same time, there's marches going on, and there's everything going on about about our about our society that needs to be changed and everything. And it is a talk about that piece. It's like you can't, you you have to just go for it, you know. Blah 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 blah. Let me try to find a thing that makes sense to this. Um, the chorus is kind of sad. It's not sad. It's kind of like hopeless in a weird way. It's like nothing ever works out like we think it should. When it does, why does it feel? Why doesn't it feel so good? Why don't it feel so? Or why doesn't it feel good? Um, and then it goes into I want somebody to. I don't want someone to come save me. Rather fight afraid and going, or and ain't gonna let the fire take me out. Pretty much the directions that she wants to have. She's not looking for anybody to save her. She doesn't think. She also doesn't feel like the Black Lives Matter or any of the social justice is not looking for you to save them. They're looking. They can do it themselves. We can do it ourselves, but they don't need. But we need to realize that we need to be our own heroes to do that kind of thing. And it's a mixture between that. She needs to be her own hero inside the relationship and do what she needs to do in that direction. And she needs to be her own hero inside society and save herself and say that she's saying that to everybody else. You need to save yourself, you know. Um, Simple reasons is kind of talking on a relationship direction where it's just like it seems like they're not really connecting and it's getting cold. So she's like, I think we should let go for many reasons. And then finally going to all the noise, which is all. It seems like it's still talking about the relationship. So I guess sad ice cream is a good hint that we're gonna end sad. But this one talks about pretty much a mixture of things. She kind of breaks down all the pieces that went wrong in a relationship and what went wrong from both sides. Like she has some faults, he has some faults, but because there's so many faults from both sides, it gets kind of blurry to know where the finger should go pointed on each situation. So, and she's feeling that. She's like, it feels like it's a complete blur. She's like, and it turns into a point where we go further and further as this relationship goes on, where she's like, she can't be herself. Now she can't, now, but she starts seeing that there's a lot of things that she's done that's warped into his issues too. And so now she's like, I gotta figure out something. And now she's moved on with another person, but she still has this feeling of, that she's at fault for doing that. So, but it seems like it's a weird space where she's like, whatever, I'll take the blame. I'll take the blame for what's going on. If it honestly, it feels like it's to help everything move on because it's just like, by that time, whoever blame it is doesn't seem to matter, you know? So, or shouldn't really matter after the relationship is done, you know? It's all up, because now it's just about the individual people. But yeah, I really, really love this album. It's sad that it ends at a dark direction or a sad direction. But I do love this album. I wonder if Thank You was to be the last part of the album. We're looking at the deluxe part of it. I guess we'll find out when if the deluxe comes out, because it's what people like to do lately. But for this album itself, I really, really love it. I love the variety of production. I love the songs, the lyrics. She just sings so well. I love how organized the album is. I love a good organized album. I love a good story arc too. So I love this album. I give this album I kind of liked all the songs. I liked the majority of the album. So yeah, I'll do it. I'll get out 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 easily. I love it. I think it's really great. Leave a comment below. Tell me what you thought. If you like this album, let me know. If you have history with her, let me know. If you like this video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and the notification bell too, so you get more of my videos too. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any suggestions for albums that I may have missed, I know I don't see all the albums at once, but if there's some albums that came out that I may miss, let me know, or albums I should get into, let me know too. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.